All right, let's dive into a really powerful idea today: how to reclaim the keys to your own inner peace. Now, this isn't about becoming some cold, unfeeling robot. It's about building genuine emotional resilience, from the inside out. Let's get into it. Oh man, we've all been there, haven't we? Some person gives you a funny look or makes a single careless comment, and boom, your whole day just feels completely derailed. You just can't stop replaying it in your head, feeling angry or hurt, like they still have this weird hold over you.
And this quote right here, it just gets to the absolute heart of the issue. See, our inner peace isn't usually taken from us. The tough pill to swallow is that we're the ones handing over the keys. It happens every time we give someone else the power to dictate how we feel.
So our whole journey today is about taking that power back. It's all about forging a kind of inner strength, not to impress anyone, but to actually liberate yourself from needing the world to be a certain way.
I absolutely love this metaphor. Real strength isn't about never feeling anything. It's about being, unprovocable. Just picture a mountain during a massive storm. It feels the wind, it feels the rain for sure, but none of it, not one bit, shakes its foundation. That's the goal, to find that stillness even when chaos is swirling all around you.
Okay, so how in the world do we build this kind of strength? How do we become that mountain? Well, the very first step isn't to look out at the storm. It's to look inward. It is time to face that inner mirror.
Now this is a total game changer. When somebody's words or actions really sting, it's not because they've just created a brand new wound. No, it's because they've poked a wound that was already there. Some old sensitivity, a past hurt, or an insecurity that we've been carrying around, maybe for years. And this is the perfect way to see it in action. Think about it. The external event, the insult, it's the exact same for both people. The only thing that's different is the internal state of the person hearing it. So the reaction isn't really about what was said. It's about what it touched inside.
This isn't some new age idea. Philosophers have been saying this for centuries. We have zero control over what other people say or do, but we have absolute power over how we interpret it, and more importantly, how we respond. The second you truly get that, you stop giving your power away.
So here's the big shift. We have to stop pointing fingers and asking, why are they so awful? Instead, we need to start asking better questions. We need to turn that curiosity inward and ask, okay, why did that affect me so much? That's where the real awareness begins. And this inner questioning, it leads us right to our next big idea, understanding the unconscious programming that's been secretly running the show this whole time. It's time to reclaim your inner script.
Trust me, we all have one. It's this story that we've been telling ourselves for years, and most of the time we don't even know we're doing it. It's built from our childhood, from old beliefs, from stuff we just picked up along the way. And this script, it's the reason for those automatic, knee-jerk reactions we have.
Wow, this quote really hits home because it points out the danger of living on autopilot. When we're not aware of our own inner script, it just runs our lives, and we look at the results and call it fate or bad luck. But it's not fate, it's just a pattern, and any pattern can be changed.
Okay, so how do we actually do it? How do we rewrite this thing? It really boils down to this four-step process. First, just notice the feeling. The anger, the hurt, just notice it rising up without judging it. Second, and this is the most important part, pause. Just for a second. Create a tiny bit of space. In that space, question the script. Ask yourself, wait a minute, is this the real me talking, or is this just an old wound? And finally, from that calmer place, you can choose how to respond instead of just reacting.
When you get right down to it, this whole process is about taking back control of your own narrative. You stop being a passive character that things just happen to, and you become the author, consciously deciding what happens next in your own story. Now here's where things get really interesting. Once you start to understand your own inner world, it completely flips the script on how you see other people's behavior.
You know how it is. Our default setting, our ego's first reaction to someone being rude or cold, is to take it so personally. Our immediate thought is, this is a direct attack on me.
But when you have a little bit of awareness, you can start to see a much deeper truth. Most of the time, when people lash out, it's just a symptom of their own unresolved pain. They're not actually attacking you, they're bleeding, and you just happen to be in the splash zone.
And there's another layer to this too. A big part of seeing clearly is recognizing all these invisible expectations we put on other people, what the source material calls our unspoken contracts.
We all carry these around, these silent agreements.
We just assume that if we're kind, people will be kind back. If we're supportive, they'll be supportive back. We act like life is this fair transaction, where our good deeds should automatically guarantee the same in return. But honestly, that just sets us up for disappointment, over and over again.
And that's the tough, honest question we have to ask. Who actually signed on the dotted line? The answer, of course, is nobody. These contracts are totally one-sided. We write them up in our own heads, and then we get mad when other people, who never even saw the terms and conditions, fail to live up to them.
Okay, so let's bring this all home. Understanding our triggers, rewriting our inner script, letting go of those unspoken contracts. It all leads us to one final, incredibly liberating place: the power to choose.
This quote just perfectly captures the entire journey we've been talking about. That tiny little moment of pause between what happens to you and how you react, that is where all your power lives. It's your chance to break the old, automatic pattern and consciously choose a response that's actually in line with the person you want to be.
And that's the real freedom, isn't it? Emotional liberation isn't about trying to get the world to be nicer to you. It's about building an inner foundation that is so solid, so secure, that you just don't need the world's approval or kindness to feel whole and at peace.
And that's really the ultimate question this leaves us with, right? The world isn't going to change to accommodate us. We can't control other people. The only thing we truly have power over is ourselves, and the real work and the real freedom starts right there.